Hello! Gloomwood just released in early access, so I played it, thought it was alright, and wanted to see if I could write a speedrun. I'm aware of there being other runs into like 3 or 4 minute ballpark, but after taking a look at the skips in them, I think I still prefer my route, even if it is slower. That said, the first trick I straight up copied from another run. By leaning and flicking the mouse, you can force your head to go through a wall and hit a switch to open the door, skipping the long intro sequence. It's not my favorite trick in the world because I feel like I've seen it in many games before, but between using it and watching the cutscene, I think I prefer to just do the trick. After the skip, the first map is fairly simple, just a bit of platforming using a crate and soon taking a shortcut to the cave by running on top of a fence. Also skip picking up my luggage brigades because it really isn't very useful in this early access build and much less in a speedrun setting. Also, nice job platforming right there. That's one of the more blatant mistakes in the run. Ugh. Felt really bad when that happened. Same with this. These are like the two blatant mistakes in the run, both in the first map. Felt bad, but the time was still pretty good, so I kept going. Anyway, the second map is actually completely skippable by glitching into a different map transition, either by going out of bounds or by going or by doing another lean trick. However, I prefer my strat of clipping a barrel through a door and throwing it to clear the crates that are blocking the door from the other side. And that is why I'm making up an all levels category arbitrarily, because I like doing fun stuff in runs, and I think this particular trick is pretty fun. At least more fun than the alternatives. Also, because of this unconventional route, none of the enemies by the elevator here spawn, which is very good for me, because in addition to going fast, I like to be stealthy, so I would like to avoid kills and I would like to avoid being spotted, so when the enemies don't appear, it works out for me. Anyway, I think this is a good time to say what my overall thoughts on the game are. The core mechanics and level design are good, and I like the atmosphere, and there seems to be a lot of promise already. But I would recommend waiting before picking this up, because there is not a lot of content given its early access, and the AI feels pretty uneven. It seems the enemies are very quick to react if they catch even a small glimpse of you in the corner of their eye, but at the same time, they hardly seem to react to sounds at all, which just doesn't feel quite right. But this is the final map. The bridge has collapsed, so you're supposed to take the long way around, but there are ways to cross the gap directly, and I think what I came up with is unexpectedly easy to do and fun. I hold on to one explosive barrel while pushing another in front of me, so I can build a stack of barrels in front of the gap. This this pushing is kinda unwieldy. Anyway, I'm gonna build a stack of barrels, and then I'm gonna push them into the gap while standing on the railing. And as they are slowly falling into the gap, I'm going to run on top of them and jump to the other side from a falling barrel. There you go. It might look really precise, but you'd be surprised just by how easy that is to pull off. As long as you're standing on the railing, it just seems to work out. If anything, the pushing the barrels around is the more difficult bit, because they can be really unwieldy. Not much goes on the way to the lighthouse, but there is still one little trick once we get inside. I'm going to grab a heavy sack on my way to the very final room of the game, and I'm gonna use that to block a door. Normally the final room or final door opens automatically and then closes automatically once you're inside, and once you exit that room the game ends. But if I block the door with the sack, I can just exit whenever I want. And I felt like exiting at 4 minutes and 51 seconds. And that wraps up Gloomwood Early Access build. I hope you enjoyed this run.
I can guarantee your safe arrival.
even if it wasn't that fast. Thanks for watching.